at one of 33 cracking UK locations. Cracking performance from Ricardo Pietreczko, the one remaining German left in this World Championship, and he's in a quarter of the draw, surrounded by Englishmen, but they've got to catch him. Never mind, got to catch them all. Pikachu is the man to beat in that quarter.
Flying the flag. I mean, that was a beautiful performance. The dispatch of Scott Williams in that fashion shows you what he's all about, and it actually looks like he could just keep doing that. He averaged exactly 97, 52% on his doubles, the 1-2-1 to win it in 12 darts, and I mean, not saying it was a piece of cake, but as much as it can look like a piece of cake, it was.
Took him 40 minutes to dispatch Shaggy. So Pietreczko through to the round of 16. He was just giving an interview on stage to the television cameras, and I think
Nico's going to go and speak to him now.
Yeah, Nico's going to have a chat with him. You'll hear that on talkSPORT 2 in the fullness of time, and you'll see it on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, like my interview with Ryan Joyce, because I spoke to Relentless after he beat Ryan Searle earlier in a thrilling opening match in round 3. 4-3 it finished to Relentless, and I caught up with Joyce afterwards.
When I was 2-0 up, I still hadn't got the full flow, and I'm thinking the finishing's been really good. I've punished all Ryan Searle's mistakes, and I'm 2 sets to 0 up. But after that, Ryan Searle's scoring really took off. He started to play like he can do, and like we all know he can play really good. And he must have been averaging over 100 for those sets. And when he come back to 2-2, it wasn't unexpected, and it put me under a lot of pressure. Then all the momentum changes in the game, and then it's just a battle of nerve then, and who can in the key moments. And I always back myself to be able to hit those finishes under pressure, especially against his heavy scoring. You've got to hit those doubles. You're not going to get many chances because he seems to be down to a finish after 9-12 darts every leg. It's such a tough opponent to play against.
And you had that one leg where you showed us you can hit both 16s and 8s in the same leg.
Yeah. 10. Obviously I was going for a big 16, but I was going right on the wire to give myself a nice easy marker. If it goes in, I like double 8 just as much anyway, so it wasn't such a big deal.
Yeah. You can see the full interview with Ryan Joyce on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Little soups on of it there as he spoke to me after his win against Ryan Searle. He will take on the winner of Luke Littler and Ian White, who will face off tonight in the final of the 3 games in the evening session. And we'll pick up commentary here at Ali Pali probably midway through the first game, because we have some live Gallagher Premiership Rugby Union for you at tea time. Harlequins against Leicester, the traditional post-Christmas jamboree between those two guys. Once that game is finished with Andrew McKenna, your match commentator, will be back here at Ali Pali to pick up the evening session. Got live football for you tomorrow as well. 4 games across the network. Here on talkSPORT 2 at 12:30. Sheffield United against West Brom. Nigel Adley and Lucy Ward will be your commentary team at Bramall Lane. Leicester City against Manchester City is a talkSPORT exclusive from 2:30. Adrian Durham's going to be at Selhurst Park as they go around the grounds. Sam Matterface and Stuart Pearce at the King Power. I will be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow for an exclusive you won't find anywhere on your telly box. Tottenham against Wolves. Perry Groves will be wearing the Coventry nosing glasses so he can get up the Tottenham High Road safely without any further problems. What will happen in that game? Spurs.
Wolves won last time, right?
They did. They beat Manchester. Well, they've got back-to-back wins and back-to-back clean sheets, which is something that they never did under their previous manager, Gary O'Neill. So Vitor Pereira already working.
Is that his first 2 games in charge?
First 2 games.
Wow.
And no Wolves manager has ever won their first 3 games in the top flight.
Until now.
Until now, potentially.
Well, Wolves are just plagued by injuries, aren't they?
Tottenham have got dreadful.
Tottenham.
Well, they may not have a fit centre-half to play tomorrow. They might have to call on Alfie Dorrington.
Are they using their second-string goalie?
Fraser Forster still in goal, yes, because Vicario's still out with an ankle injury. So that's our 3 o'clock kickoff, and we've also got a 5:45 on talkSPORT. Derby County against Leeds from the Championship. I was at Derby a couple of nights ago when they saw off West Brom. Great atmosphere, but Leeds are in town. That will be a very tough test for the Rams. Joe Shannon and Adrian Clark will be at Pride Park for that one for you. But now we're waiting for the final match of this afternoon's session. There's John McDonald, you can hear him, the MC on the stage at Ali Pali. And we're about to see a clash of two former UK Open champions. Nathan Aspinall and Andrew Gilding are about to take to the stage.
Joining us live, and the millions joining us around the world.
The thumb is about to go up for Andrew Gilding. Chris Mason spotted somebody out of the VIP area, giving them the thumb up.
Yeah, just Gary Plummer, the head man from Target, who's here to support Nathan Aspinall, one of his players.
UK Open champion, Goldfinger Andrew Gilding.
So Goldfinger, what a renaissance he's had to his career of late. Beat Martin Lukeman in the previous round to get to this third round encounter.
And Lukeman's been in some form, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I know he had a lot of, well, he was unwell coming into it, and
he had a relative that was poorly as well.
And his partner his wife was going in for a major operation just a couple of days before he was due to play. So,
however, Gilding still hit 6 maximums, which is not an element of his game he's necessarily known for.
well, he averaged 92.65 in that 3-1 win over Lukeman, and Nathan Aspinall beat Leonard Gates again. Well, 3-1, same scoreline, but similar kind of numbers, really.
Match play champion, the winner of the UK Open and US Starts Masters. Our two-time World Championship semi-finalist.
Nathan Aspinall just signing a few autographs at the end of the walkway.
As are what they call them, dance cheerleaders.
The PDC dancers.
Dancers, yeah. They leave the stage, much to the disappointment of some and the glee of many. Certainly the glee of me. Off you go, girls. Let's get on with the darts.
Charlie Kostafine's going to be your referee for this one. He's the voice you'll hear calling the players to order. Gilding has a very deliberate method of approaching the oche. He walks up to the oche, stops, and then deliberately walks across from right to left and plants his left foot in the far left-hand corner, and only then does he little bob and settle, and only then will he throw the darts.
Apart from being a fine player, that's what makes him quite tough to play against. It's all very deliberate. You don't rhythm, and when you look at that Joyce Ryan Searle game, that was all about rhythm, wasn't it? It was just so easy on the eye. This won't be so.
The way the crowd was so quiet and appreciative and respectful during that Joyce Searle game.
They didn't have time to mess about, did they? Because there was no gaps in play.
There was so much good stuff going on. They wanted to watch the darts. So Petreczko through, Joyce through. What about the 12th seed against the 21st seed? Gilding, who is seeded 21, gets us underway with a nice.
There's a fascinating stat to look at, which I hadn't looked at. They both won 3 sets to 1, similar amount of lead, and the troublous visits for Aspinall is at 30. The troublous visits for Gilding in this tournament is 11.
Wow.
Maybe something to have a look at during this match, or certainly keep an eye on.
Yeah, Aspinall only 88 average against the Leonard Gates. Didn't need to be any more than that. Sometimes you get to play your opponent. Now 12th in the world. Had a 53% win rate in this calendar year, despite the issues that he's had with his arm and operations. Had a 70% win rate not 2 years ago, so there has been an appreciable drop-off for Nathan.
Absolutely, but another thing to think about, may change here, who knows. Andrew Gilding never ever been past this stage. He's made the last 32 and failed on both occasions to progress. Nathan Aspinall, former 2-time semi-finalist, knows what it takes to get past this stage.
And he's won the last 3 against Gilding in their head-to-head record. It was last year in the Players' Championship He won it 6-5. Leads the overall head-to-head 7-3 against Goldfinger.
Yeah, but they've never met on TV, have they? This is their first big meeting.
So, who comes out on top? Gilding on throw is down 2 after a fairly sedate 15 darts.
140.
Aspinall pops in his first 140 of the match. 20 for double 16 for the opening leg. Actually goes 12 for... It's just over the top of tops. And again, with the final dart, so a chance for Aspinall to break early on here.
Yeah, it could be a bit of a steal. The one down to 84 in leg 1, set 1, single 20, so it'll be 14 and ball. Will he chase the treble? He did, and he finds it. Double 11 play. Rewarded.
Double 11 pinned and a break of throw away for the Asp. And he leads by 1 leg to zip. Remember, it's 5 legs to a set. First of 4 sets goes through to the round of 16.
96.
Don't forget, if you've got any questions or from myself or Dance or Nico.
For you and Nico, really. You've got the answers. I've usually got just the questions.
Well, you've got the facility to get the questions.
I have.
If you go on X and hashtag darts on the radio, we have a way straight in to the commentary box. Welcome to all of those watching us on 96. Our talkSPORT YouTube. Loads of interviews, extended interviews and other content, and of course on the main talkSPORT YouTube channel you can catch up with our aces and arrows. Hopefully it's something we'll get to bring you maybe monthly in the future, a monthly magazine for your enjoyment.
Words are being had as we speak. Arms are being twisted.
Wallets are being emptied.
Not ours, we hasten to add.
No, they're getting filled.
Well, who knows? I'm on two boxes of matches and half an egg for these shifts. I don't know about you.
Need one of them purses that people used to keep changing.
Oh.
Don't need one for notes.
179 in this second leg. Aspinall again just delays. He was ready to throw the first dart, but then wisely
like
just stops. Yeah, it just stops
if you
himself.
If you watch a guy play, like a pro, not any normal snooker,
yeah,
address the shot, they don't like it, they get up.
Yeah.
And they go again, don't they? It's a bit like a golfer on a golf swing.
Gilding trying to get down from 179.
99
scored, so he could break back here. Aspinall can't take out 169. It's a bogey number. Looking for a treble 19 or 17. Only 39 scored. Doesn't do him any favours. Gilding to break back then, 180.
No, it was a good 84 checkout in the previous leg. This has been very, very scruffy so far. He wants the ball here, Gilding. Hit a 5, picked off the 25. He's actually got a good guide. Nowhere near the bullseye though, so 130 for Aspinall. Picked his pocket in of set 1. Can he do it in leg 2 of set 1?
Treble 20. If it's a single 20, then you can try and go for the bull. So treble 20 would leave the bull. Oh, he's at single 20 again. Down to 90. Leave tops, but Gilding wants 45 now to bring us level at 1 apiece. Looking for 5 for tops. 5 is hit. Tops he wants and tops he gets. And that's his 4th dart and gets the job done. So a break apiece at the start of this round 3 encounter.
Yeah, we've had 2 games of high octane, absolute quality, and this one so far has not quite caught fire. This is a bit like watching me and Dave in the pub.
Oh, come on. It's like watching me, my mate Keith in the pub. That's what more, well, no, let's not.
Well, it's tough going, especially when you've seen 2 games of such great quality and you think, oh, I've got to follow that. It's a bit like you, I suppose. Some kind of new Bon Jovi or something, I don't know.
I've been inspired by that. Oh, I get stupidly confident behind a drum kit. I've got a gig to do. Just
60.
Stupid. Anyway, only 60 for Aspinall. Trebleless visit again.
This is 1-1 in set 1. 3-8-3 Aspinall, 3-8-2 Gilding. Already racked up 7 trebleless visits for Aspinall. For Gilding, make that 5. Yeah, this is pretty horrible, right?
Both
This must be like that football match Alex had to do last night.
Oh, the Brighton-Brentford game. It was all Brighton, but it ended up 0-0.
46.
It helped his voice that there weren't any goals to scream out when they went in the back of the net.
He did sound rough. I hope you're feeling better, Alex.
Don't worry.
That's always a good cure.
Gilding's darts look deceptively heavy. They're not. They look like old darts with the bulbous barrels.
They're well thinner.
But they're quite light, relatively speaking. Aspinall looking for a 100-plus score. 135 is good.
Well, what happens when you're in a game like this, Dance? You end up just forcing that little bit too much, because you know if you just put 10% on your numbers here, you can start to get a grip on the game. But then the harder you try, the harder it is. It's a frustrating old game. Gilding down to 156. 202 Aspinall. Treble 20. Oh, hello. 2 treble 20s. Nearly finds the ball to leave 32. Leaves 57 just in case the 15. What am I talking about? Just in case the 156 goes.
No, well, it
Single
won't.
20. Single 20.
Well, we've seen some incredible finishes. I mean, Joe Cullen's 170 last night.
Oh,
saved the match.
One of the best shots in sport.
But Aspinall now wants tops to break again for 2-1, and he's got it. Nicely done from 57. So Aspinall has the throw. First set now, 2-1 up.
Well, breaks the throw, Dance, usually indicate a scruffy game. Well, in terms of finishing, it's not been scruffy for Aspinall. He's 2 from 2. But
yeah.
The average is, and the darts used to win the legs, 18 dart breaker throw in leg 1, 17 dart breaker throw in leg 2, 17 dart breaker throw in leg 3. One of these has just got to go. Let's go through the gears.
Well, Aspinall made the semi-final of the Masters early on in 2024. Hang on, Gilding's going for a max here. 140 the last start.
Yeah, that was the tournament Bunty went on to win.
Yes. Nowhere near as much prize money as the $500,000 that Aspinall earned in 2020. Really, with his prize money earnings for 2024. But don't forget, there's a fair old chunk of cash for the winner of this tournament. Gilding's in for another max here. He missed the last one, but he's got this one. Up goes, a thumb goes up, should I say. It's not down to a finish.
I think a thumb is a finger, Dance. You're okay.
Now, it's all semantics, isn't it? There'll be somebody complaining about it on social media. So
nobody will be complaining about it.
No. Back-to-back 180s, one for Goldfinger, one for the Asp. One won't go, though, for Gilding. So he's trying to get down to a 2-dart finish if he can.
65.
Good final dart on the 25 on the outer ring of the bull. But Aspinall 81 for the set. Treble 9, 12 is the outshot. Single 19 hit, 62 left. 12 will leave the bullseye. And he hits 25 and misses the chance to take the set.
Yeah, that would have been for a 12 darter. And that would have been the best leg of the match by some distance. Single 20 leaves 96 for Gilding. Oh, just on the wire of the treble. Oh, the wild one means if he comes back, he'll come back at 75.
For the set, Aspinall at the Oki. 25 required, 9 for double 8. Is where 99% of the dart players go. That's exactly where he's gone. Single 9 hit. 2 darts at double 8. Only needs 1. And Nathan Aspinall takes the first set and goes 1-0 up in a race to 4. They've never met on telly before. And Andrew Gilding, Goldfinger, is the first to exit stage left to contemplate that first set where Nick hit the big averages. 86 for Aspinall, 82 for Gilding. but the Asp has the lead. Second set to come here on your home of darts on the radio. That's talkSPORT 2.
talkSPORT 2.
The Ali Pali crowd are loving their afternoon out at the PDC World Darts Championship. What is it about Freed from Desire that just gets everybody going, Chris Mason?
Everybody, all the ones on the sort of the floor section of it, everybody in the tiered seat were just up and bouncing. It was something special. That and Robbie Williams' Angels, that's the two things that literally get them up here, isn't it?
Every session they sing along karaoke style to Angels. Robbie's just got that new about the story of his life, Better Man,
really, where
he's portrayed by a chimp, which is his spirit animal. So it's all animals, like
is it
CGI? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Apparently it's had very good reviews. That came out on Boxing Day. I'll get around to seeing that. We've got 3 matches tonight. We'll pick up commentary on Chris Dobey against Josh Rock. The Rugby Unions check in with Andrew McKenna and Rocky Clark from around about 5:45 at Twickenham. It's going to be a packed house there like it is here.
We'll bring you updates from this match.
Indeed. Yeah, well, exactly. I'll be done by then. It's very true. And then after Dobey Rock, Michael Van Gerwen takes on Brendan Dolan. And then to round off the night, Luke Littler will take on Ian White in 3rd round action. Aspinall 1-0 up on Andrew Gilding, two UK champions facing off here of old. And Aspinall just looking across. When he came off stage, he stopped and looked at his partner and his family and friends in the VIP section. I'm just so close to getting things right. Just a
I think he was just gesturing. He's either finding it a little long or a little high. You know, that can happen sometimes. Listen, these boards are they're basically done in the actual oki which they toe up to, and then it's up to a wall that's measured, and they use a spirit level on it, and the same thing is used in the practice room. So they're made out of a jig, so they've all got to be the same size, but for whether it's the atmospherics, the size of the room, the lighting, sometimes they just feel closer and sometimes they feel further away.
Second set underway. Aspinall one set up, and he has the darts in the second set. We will keep you updated during tomorrow afternoon's commentary of Spurs against Wolves here on talkSPORT 2. Mason, Nico and Mark Wilson will be here tomorrow. There's 3 afternoon games. Jeffrey de Graaf against Paolo. Kevin Dutz, conqueror of Bully Boy Michael Smith, will take on the Polish Eagle, Krzysztof Ratajski. The most intriguing one of the lot, Dancing Dimitri Vandenberg, the Dream Maker, against Callan Rids.
Yeah, I've liked the look of Callan Rids so far.
And then we'll bring
Still has the highest average of the tournament, doesn't he? 107.
And then tomorrow night we'll bring you all 3 matches in the evening. Mace, Nico and Mark Wilson will bring you Ricky Evans against Robert Owen, Johnny Clayton's all-Welsh clash with Gerwen Price, and Humphries against Peter Wright after their little war of words in their press conferences yesterday.
It's going to be a little bit special, that.
Now, Gilding wants treble 14 for double 11 for a 1-2-4. And he's taken it. Against the darts, Andrew Gilding starts the second set off with a 1-2-4 checkout, our first ton plus of the game.
Well, leg 1 started with a 11 on the 84 checkout for Nathan Aspinall. It wasn't of that quality, though. That was for an 18 darter on an 84 checkout. 2-4 for a 12 dart break of throw.
Gilding had his best ever year for earnings last year of around about £250,000.
Well, he did win the UK Open in that calendar year, didn't he?
He did, on a 62% win rate. He's at 54% for his win rate this year. Andrew Gilding did make the World Match final. You'll have heard that when we were up at Blackpool's Winter Gardens in July on talkSPORT 2, but he's rarely got into it.
Staying in our beautiful village hotel with the golf course.
He was. And he's rarely got to the latter stages of any Players' Championship or Euro Tour events this season. Aspinall pops in a 180, trying to break back here in the second leg of the second set. Aspinall took the first set, remember, in a race to 4 here at Ali Pali.
Yeah, both seem to have settled a bit now. The tempo of the game has picked up a little bit. That will suit Aspinall.
Looking to get down from 181. Again, he's not happy with releasing the first dart yet, so as May says, he just resets, steps away.
Yeah, it's
resets.
I had a discussion with Glenn Durrant, who suffered sort of. You think of dart as of seeing a player sort of just not being able to release the dart, but there's so many different variables. You get with some snooker players, they can, once they get through, they can follow through, and with golfers sometimes it's on a putt and it's on the backswing or the forward swing. There's no one size fits all with this. It's the fear of missing. That's all it is. It's a psychological fear of missing the target. That's all it is. And it manifests itself in so many different ways. It's like I said, it's just not one thing that you can pinpoint and say, all right.
Gilding way behind in this leg. He's won the first leg against the darts, but he's going to get broken back here if he's not careful. 32 for Aspinall, 2 16s to make it 1 apiece in set 2. Yep, only needs the 1.
Well, his the winning legs in this set so far have been a bit special. 25 darts of all that's been used to win the opening 2 legs. The 12 darter from Gilding and the 13 from Nathan.
Aspinall these days using the moulded stems and flights to go with his familiar tungsten barrels with little flecks of red in amongst the tungsten. Gilding prefers the kite flights with his golden barrels, as you might expect from a man who goes by the nickname of Goldfinger. Aspinall looking to continue the form from that last day, but the second dart's wavered into treble 1 and he can't readjust into the treble 20, so that's now 40 trebleless visits in this tournament for Nathan Aspinall. 11 so far this afternoon.
That's twice as many as Gilding in terms of trebleless visits, who's on 20. And he throws a similar dart to dart 2 of Aspinall, so it's 1-0 in favour of Nathan Aspinall. It's 1 leg all in set 2, 3-2-4 Aspinall. He's in with the treble 20. Gilding on 3-2-5, 2 treble 20. That 3 for his 3rd max.
Nicely done by Aspinall. 5th 180 of the match, and he's got 3 of them. Gilding here, although a good treble 19 at the end of that visit gets him down to 2-4-7, but a 4 for Aspinall, can stay on the 20s. Try and hit 6 of those to leave double 12. 1-2-4 left. Probably stay on the 20s still anyway, as you went for 18s to try and hit 54.
Yeah, there was an option there, 1-2-4 with 2 darts. He could have gone 54-54 to leave double 8. He's down to 88, 2-4-7 for Gilding. Should be okay here, though. There's a treble from Gilding. Good adjustment. Ton takes him down to 1-4-7.
88 for Aspinall. Treble 20, double 14. Just resets himself again. 68 left. 18. He goes treble 18 for double 7. No need for the bullseye. And double 7's pinned. Another very, very good outshot. 83% on his double so far, Aspinall, this afternoon. Hit 5 out of 6, 2-1 up.
I thought Ryan Joyce was good. My goodness, this is special. 5 out of 6. Wowzers.
But up goes the thumb. Gilding gets a 180s to start the 4th leg of this 2nd set.
3 apiece now in the maxes.
60.
Trebleless visit again for Aspinall. Gilding with the shaved head, the bigger man. Aspinall with that swept flat top hairstyle. Looking to go deep in this tournament. He was one of the players that emerged from our first ever World Championship. We brought you here when he went deep on his debut.
2018.
Yeah, did brilliantly, and that's how he came to our attention first of all, really. Gilding looking for a max again. Just falls short with the final dart, just snatched at it a little. Didn't travel and underpitched it.
Yeah, still a fine leg. 180 ton.
Yeah, he's going to make Aspinall debt, isn't he?
65.
Yeah.
Andrew Ricard, 121.
So 1-2-1 for Goldfinger. Treble 20.
Treble 17, but I can't see him going anywhere near, and he doesn't. May go ball here.
59.
And I'll tell you why the ball was the better shot. If he'd have hit at least a 25, he would have been down to a single to double combination, giving himself 2 at a double. By going for the 19s, yes, fine if you hit the 57, but if you don't, you leave yourself 62. That's a treble to double combination, which means you may have to another dart if you don't find the treble.
Well, let's see what he does. He treble 10 for double 16, but he's hit that, so he's on double 16. Wires it on the outside, has to move across to the left-hand side, or the right-hand side of the Yoki, and finds double really well, right in the corner next to the double 8 bed. So Aspinall does indeed have to serve it out. Final set lead.
Yeah, this has been a brilliant set from both averaging high 90s in the set. The winning legs for Gilding, well, I'll read them out as they happen. 4 for a 12-dart breaker throw for Gilding, leg 1, a 13-dart break back for Aspinall, a 15-dart hold for Aspinall. Both those legs with a 180 in them, a 180 in leg 4 for Gilding and a 15-dart hold. Nothing going over 5 turns or 5 visits.
Always a good sign. But they both started this deciding leg of set 2 nervously with 60s apiece.
It's a big leg. It's either a level game or someone, well, Aspinall's going to have a 2-set cushion which would allow him to play with a lot of freedom.
Gilding, slow, methodical, floats the dart into the board rather than launches it. And a lovely pick-off of treble 19 to get down to 319. Aspinall is slightly behind, 360.
Yeah, and he started first. That's a low one. Doesn't get the 57 with dart 2, does with dart 3. So down to 264, 319 Gilding. 55 points adrift. Single 1. Single 20.
41.
It's a waste. So Aspinall probably wrestled back the initiative here after 9 darts. This is a very, very edgy deciding leg in set 2. And he still can't hit a treble. The Aspinall 20, but he's still looking to get over the... Actually readjusts and picks off treble 18 to leave
it's a bit
himself a
unfortunate. The 2 darts are right on the bottom of the wire of the treble 20. Any close in they're in, but did pick off the 54 to leave 170. Treble 5, a single 20, a treble 19 from Gilding takes him down to 186. So Aspinall got 6 darts at 170. We don't find the treble 20. Oh dear, it's a big one. Disaster.
But he's got 6 darts from here, as you say, because Gilding can't take out 186.
78.
Rescues that visit with a treble 19.
Yeah, huge final dart to leave himself on 92. It's 2 all in legs in set 2. Aspinall leads by a set to 0. 186 Gilding. Treble 20s followed by a single. Oh, a pressuring 140.
Nicely done, Goldfinger. But for the set, 92 points. Aspinall just puffing out his cheeks. Treble 20 with double 16. That's the outshot. 72 left. Went double 18, and wired that first double 18 on the outside, then hit double 1. Yeesh.
Yeah, he's threw the last dart away effectively.
So for the set, Gilding wants 46. Tops. Underneath it. Double 10 for the set for Gilding. And he's missed that.
And now Aspinall will regret throwing that final dart away. Should have been going at treble 10 or treble 18 to leave a double.
So he hits 18. 52 left. 12 tops or 20 double 16. 20 double 16 is the shot for Aspinall. Gets it, and that is 2-0 in sets. Well, it looked like he'd given Andrew Gilding the chance to level it up. Gilding couldn't take out tops and 10s. Aspinall rescued it, and he's halfway towards the round of 16. Nathan Aspinall will bring you the next 2 sets live here on your home of darts on the radio, talkSPORT 2. It is Nathan Aspinall 2, Andrew Gilding 0 in a race to 4. crowd singing, does it every session when they put a bit of Robbie Williams on in these comfort breaks. Everybody sings along. Everybody.
Yeah, it just the atmosphere just goes up another gear, doesn't it? It is quite incredible. 3,500 people absolutely crammed in here this afternoon for our final match of this afternoon's session. Fear not, to bring you a little later. For the moment, the clutch finishing from Aspinall is something to behold. 6-7, 86% in this match. He's only had 7 darts at a double, 6 of them have found. That means he's 2 sets to the good.
We've already seen Ryan Joyce edge out Ryan Searle 4-3 in a brilliant opening match. Ricardo Pietreczko put in a terrific performance that should make the winner of this match sit up and take note, because that's what lies in store for the winner of Aspinall Gilding. It is a match against Pikachu.
And with all due respect, at the moment, Pikachu would be running riot here, wouldn't he?
Yes.
Neither player breaching an average of 90.
What was it, 97?
Yeah,
Pietreczko
exactly.
ended up with?
On the nose.
So, the winner of this will play the one remaining German representative at these championships. When you think everyone was talking about Schindler to an extent, not necessarily Pietreczko, but he played some smashing darts against Scott Williams. Nathan Aspinall popping in a smashing 180 right there.
Super smashing great. Look what you could have won.
He's 4th of the match. Gilding's got 3 to match, well, to add to the 6 he got in his win against Martin Lukeman in round 2. Gilding just trying to count back, seeing where he's trying to get to. Well, Aspinall to break through at the start of this third set wants 20 for tops. 20 hit. Slight blocker, moves along the yoke to the left. Aspinall sets himself again just underneath. He was walking, he thought that was in. Now he's down for double 10 and he wires that on the outside. Oh,
literally
boy.
moved the wire. So 68 to hold potentially there. Aspinall's on 11 and a 12 dart breaker throw. Single 20 for Gilding, leaves 48. 16 leaves double. Ouch.
Now his double percentage is not poor, it's 40% Gilding, which is about standard issue. But Aspinall just saw his percentage drop a little there with those missed darts that he had. But he's in the red bit for the start of the second leg.
He's playing with a bit more aggression in set 3.
Well, he just launched the darts more than Gilding. Not that he wasn't in the first couple of sets, but yeah, the intent certainly appears to be there a bit more, doesn't it, Mace?
Yeah, the speed in between throws is a bit quicker, which sometimes can indicate a bit of confidence and a bit of belief, because you're not having to try so hard to get the end product. And he's 140, 131 is evidence of that. I mean, he left 60 after 9 in leg 1 of this set. He's down to 230 after 6 in the second leg of the set. His average at the moment, despite losing the 125.
So can he get down to a finish here from 230, Aspinall? Oh, definitely. Definitely. 80 scored and another 140. Great darts from Aspinall, really piling it on at the start of this third set. Even though he's trailing by 1 leg to zip, he should be back level in pretty short order.
Yep, looking like a likely hold of throw in leg 2. Leads 2 sets to 0. Again, another possibility of an 11 darter. 72 left after a small 18. Treble 16 will leave double 12. He's just checking that it is 72. Second guessing himself. 48 is found. 24 isn't.
Well, you don't want to miscount like Chizzy did the other day.
That was mad, wasn't it? I was listening to that on the way home in the car.
Yeah.
Someone's being removed. Ta-da. At least you got to see
90.
most of the darts.
Nathan, you required 24.
There's always one. Aspinall wants two 12s. He's inside, so across the double six. Pins that. Levelled it up. What was that? 14.
Yeah.
14 dart break.
Hold.
Hold, rather, sorry.
Yeah.
1-1.
1-1.
In set 3. Goldfinger, he's got to find another level here, you sense.
Well, he's averaging 89 at the moment. Aspinall.
He's got to get up to at least the average he was putting in against Smash, which was 93.
100.
And then we'll see what happens. But Aspinall's got levels to his game.
Well, he's got levels and layers to it. But here comes Gilding. Very nearly a fourth 180, but it's a 140, takes him down to 280. Aspinall 102 minus these. It's one leg all in set 3. Aspinall leads 2-0. The treble 20 is found, is not followed. But he does pick off a beautiful treble 17. I like that thinking, because it puts that 7-0 in the end, so any combination of a ton, a 140 or a 180, of course, will leave him a finish he will enjoy.
100.
Well, there's a ton for Gilding, but that takes him down to 180, so he's not on a finish. Aspinall, so many dart players do, just plants his foot on the edge of the oche. Ritualistic thing before he sets himself to throw.
Yeah, Anderson does it.
60.
Clayton does it.
Clayton does it. There's someone else I was watching the other day doing it. There's a few.
Gilding, this enigmatic player, doesn't say a great deal.
100.
Just lets his darts do the talking. And he has had quite the renaissance in his PDC career of late.
Well, it's twofold, isn't it? There's the first and now this. He's 54 is Gilding.
So 80 to go back in front. Another 20 hit, tops for Gilding, but he's got to move to the right-hand end of the oche to find space for the dart. It's over the top.
Well, we've had one ton plus finish in the match. That was the 124 from Gilding in set 2. This is a 115 for Aspinall. He's got to pick his route. Treble 19, I would have thought. No, it's single 20. Misses the treble 19. I think he may have changed his mind there, because
99.
our spotter has a camera on the eyes of the player just to get some kind of read on which route they're going.
Well, we know where Gilding was going, straight for tops, and he's pinned that, so he's back in front in set 3. He's got the darts in this set, so one more hold from him, and he's got a foothold in this third round encounter. 95 for Aspinall to start leg 4. It's the 12th seed against the 21st seed. So many of the seeds above these two guides have long since gone home.
So we lost now
14, yeah.
Was it 15 including Searle?
Yes, it is, you're right.
15 including Searle.
So the top 32, half pretty much,
59.
cannot affect this tournament anymore.
Ouvre la porte. I think that's out the door or something. Maybe out the window, I'm not sure. It's one of them.
Oh, that's quality French, mate. You're in.
Merci.
O-level didn't let you down there then, did it?
O-level.
I'm assuming you stayed on that long. No, there's a shake of the head.
Gone at 15.
Okay. Hey, your maths was all right. Let's have it right.
100.
Apparently riding a scrambler around the cricket pitch is not acceptable. Who knew? I just didn't like cricket.
These pesky rules, eh? Gilding's a bit wayward, looking for a treble 20 on this visit.
Yeah,
Only 44 scored.
It's looking like, well, he's 275 Gilding. Aspinall's at the oche. It's all gone with throws so far, but leg 1 should have gone to Aspinall, and that would have been a break. 247, treble 20, single 20.
97.
Single 17, down to 150. But Aspinall's going to be in a position to put Gilding under heaps of pressure, because Gilding would know if it does go to a 5th leg, he loses that specific leg. He's 3-0.
time.
Yeah, 80 left. Yeah, just confirming with Charlie Coulstefine, our referee. Yeah, he went for the 48, interesting tactic. Double 20 would have left double 10, but the single 20 would have left 60, which meant single to double. Now he's in that position where it's treble to double.
If you're listening to this and thinking, God, I'd love to go to the PDC World Championship, get yourself signed up to the PDC for their newsletters and their email, you know, reminders. As Aspinall pins double 8. Treble 16 for double 8, pin from 64.
Yeah, the members who then get PDC TV and all the Euro tours and all that for free, which I think is 50 quid a week. You also then get priority for the ticket sales. Doesn't guarantee you one, but it's certainly worth doing.
It gets you further up the queue, let's put it that way. And if you've never seen the floor tournaments, they're brilliantly directed. You get boards, streaming boards, 3 boards at a time.
4
usually.
now.
4 now, see, it's gone up. 60. And you'll hear the likes of Paul Nicholson, Chris Murphy,
me,
Mace, Mark Wilson doing commentaries.
Webby.
Yes, indeed, Mark Webster.
Dan Dawson, of course.
Dan Dawson. Abigail Davis, you know, all there 100. As part of the PDC Tour events, which are fascinating to watch behind closed doors.
Yeah, the Euro tours are immense.
Yes.
They're fun. They're played in front of crowds twice the size of this one and more. 261 Gilding. 100. A ton from Aspinall down to 341, so he's 80 behind in this deciding leg of the third set. Gilding, with that 80-point lead, finds a small 5, then a 19. This will be giving Aspinall 43. Hope. Only 43, so a 140 here from Aspinall will get him right back in the leg. And remember, if he wins this leg, he goes 3 sets to nil in front.
Draws the dart back, and for a second time he just resets himself. So nearly let the dart go there. Now he finally does start his 3 darts. Could be a 140, and it is. Exactly what Chris Mason said he would need just to stay in touch with Gilding. He's not quite half a dart ahead, you would say, after 9 apiece, but if Gilding doesn't come up with a treble here, which he has, in fairness, a great treble 18.
Yeah, with his last dart down to 124, but Aspinall on 201 will still be very, very interested here. Treble 20's found. Can he find another? No, may go ball here, should go ball. He risked 100. It, and the reaction is dope.
Andrew required 124.
So 124. 104 left, treble 18 leaves the bullseye. Oh, he hits single 4 just on the wrong side of the wire on that spider.
44.
And
so Aspinall just geeing himself up at the back of the stage. 101.
Yes, multiple options here. Could go 19s, could go treble 20.
He's looking up. Treble 20 it is, yeah. 9 for 16s. Double 16 for a 3 sets to nil lead. And there's a ton plus checkout from Nathan Aspinall. Only 101, but beautifully taken. Each dart in the perfect place, and he's 1 set away from a match against Ricardo Pietreczko, Chris Mason.
Yeah, and he averaged 101.47 in that set.
96.
Superb from Aspinall. The second time he's produced a clutch finish. It was a 15-dart breaker throw to get it done in set 3. Leads 3 sets now, averaging 92.78 to Gilding's 87, which is pretty much, Dance, where he's been hovering all afternoon.
Looking for a treble and picks off treble 19. There are more and more dart players going for this moulded stems and flights thing these days, it seems to me.
Yeah.
140.
I actually had Max Hop come up to me, and my darts are out for me to go and do my thing in the fans village. He went, oh my God, what are they? And I was like, well, what's wrong? He said, they are very cheap. It's very old-fashioned and cheap.
90.
So the points are not really sharp. I know. The stem doesn't line up perfectly with the barrel. And I went, well, they never used to back in the day, mate. He said, and what are those things? I said, they're normal flights, mate.
109.
What are those things?
Yeah, he said, well, why would you? It's all very old-fashioned. I said, well, just know what you know, pal, innit? 2 treble 20s from Aspinall.
180, and he could have fit another 7 darts in that treble 20.
They were all in the right, weren't they? He's left double 19, 170 for Gilding's not going to go, single 20. Yeah, if you actually have a look at Gilding's darts, that stem sits perfectly in the middle of the end of the barrel.
Yeah,
mine don't, but we don't worry about that. It's like having a bent drumstick or something.
Oh, I've had those. Double 16 for Aspinall.
Yeah, chose to split with Gilding on 36. Oh, bends the wire, clips it.
Not paid off for him. So, double 18 for Gilding. To thumb his nose at Aspinall for playing the percentages. Oh, double 9 on the other side of the board. Oh, he's inside double 9. He split it, so he's then hit
30.
treble 1 to leave himself on double 3 if he comes back.
Requires 16.
Double 8 for Aspinall. His family look on, can barely watch. But there's double 8 right in the centre of the bed.
2 legs away now. Dance from, well, certainly an unexpected 4-0 win. Everybody fancied this to have some sets.
Well, you did. You were talking with
I thought it was going to be
5.5 sets.
Yeah, 4-2 or 4-3.
By the way, I always forgot when I was buying drumsticks, you were meant to roll them on the counter of the music shop.
But they still work, don't they?
Kind of. They're more likely to break if they were.
Oh, if they're bent
like a dagger. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I'm on. Yeah.
But yeah, when you're 10 or 11 and you're just learning, it doesn't really matter.
No. Saying dance, I'm playing like a 10 or 11-year-old. I wish I was playing like Luke Littler at 10 or 11. I'd still be pro.
Well, Luke Littler was hitting 180s at
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
He's up tonight, of course. Looking forward to seeing him take on. Yeah, you're right, Ian White. Rather be me sat here than Ian White, if I'm honest. Dobie Rock is up first. That's a great gaming prospect between two seeded players. They're part of the future, aren't they? They're going to be around for a long time.
Oh, up goes the thumb from Gilding. He's hit his 4th maximum of this match.
Aspinall's just hit a big 5 and he sort of stood away and almost looked around to say, who threw that one? Or did someone open the door? Or
well, Gilding looks favourite to take a leg back in this 4th set. 3-0 Aspinall, 1 leg up in the 2nd set. Gilding's just counting back from 202.
59.
Picks up a single 19, looking for a treble. 1-4-3 left. Aspinall, what can he do from 2-7-8 here to pressurise the Goldfinger throws? Coming downstairs for 19s himself. Oh, he hits treble 7 again. And single 7. Bag of nails.
Yeah, he's just having one of those legs. He literally will not be concerned at all at 3-0 in front and a leg up in set 4. 80 scored from Gilding. Treble 13 was the attempt, just misses. So he will come back at 50.
Was Dobie one of your 7 either-ors for the Premier League?
Oh yeah, and he was one of my semi-finalists along with Luke and
60.
Gary. Right. One of them's gone.
Indeed. Anderson long since gone back to Western-super-Mare. Gilding wants tops and pins that nicely.
Andrew Gilding.
He's 40% on his double still. He's had 15 darts at a double. Nathan's only had 2 more goes, but he's 59% on his doubling.
Way more effective, and I'd say them 2 and 3 dart combo finishes that he's found to win 2 of the sets.
Edging towards the round of 16, Nathan Aspinall, but Gilding's not given up yet, looking for a max here, Goldfinger. Ooh. 3rd dot really drifts into big 20.
Yeah, the thumb was hovering.
Aspinall, this likeable young man from the Northwest, loves the Premier League. He'll want to be involved. He's not one of those. I know Gary Anderson's had his doubts about the Premier League.
Yeah, and that's fair enough. If he doesn't want to be on it, or be in it, then he won't be in it.
But there's no doubting Nathan Aspinall's enthusiasm for the weekly jamboree.
I think there's too many that don't want to be involved. So much can happen here, of course, with the amount of prize money on offer. If someone comes out the pack. But this way, it'd be hard pushed to see the runner-up of the Worlds. You may not be guaranteed a spot from winning anything else. I think if you win the match play, you're pretty much nailed on.
Yeah.
I think if you win the slam, it's probably the same. But
well, a reminder that you win £500,000.
Yeah, that's converted into ranking points. And if Luke Humphries wins it this season, and remember, that's just ranking points, as in ranking money.
Yep.
All the World Series, Premier League, none of that carries any ranking points. And of course, all the exhibitions and galas you do, or your sponsorship, that's not included in this money. If Luke Humphries wins it and retains it, he breaches for the first time in the history of our sport £2 million in ranking points.
Amazing work. Now Aspinall wants 60 to go back in front in this fourth set. He's hit double top when he was aiming for 20 on top. So yeah, so 2 10s.
54.
We'll be back though, because Gilding's on 181. Of course, the Masters is now a ranking event, so there are points up for grabs in that tournament, which is part of.
Yeah, I think it's just been announced, Dance. £100,000 the winner.
Okay.
105.
24 players to be
I
involved
remember when
in
the World Championships didn't have 100,000 in prize money.
Things have changed a tad.
James Shaw the third leg.
And Nathan Aspinall has gone 2-1 up and is 1 leg away from victory.
And this, any time you can get away with a performance like this, he's averaging 91. If you can get out of a performance unscathed, averaging 91, and you actually win it 4-0, where your reserves have not been stretched or emptied, it's always good going into the next round, because you're mentally and physically feel fresh as a daisy. I'm not sure what he's spotted over there.
I think there's somebody trying to finish off a pitcher, as in a beer pitcher.
So that's a good effort, because how many pints is in there? 4?
At least, and it's a man dressed as a hot dog.
Well, there you go. Only at Ali Pally.
Let's see if he can get down the stairs once he's let that settle.
But at least he won't hurt himself if he falls.
No, that's very true.
Like a lump of mush.
Aspinall finally settles and gets underway.
58.
Only 58 though, so neither player.
And I've had one of the hot dogs here. They're not that big. Not for 15 quid anyway.
There have been complaints in our number about the number of chips that come with
Outrageous.
with a hot dog. But I'm saying no more than that. The Fans Village is a great place to visit. When you actually get here to Ali Pally, there's so much to do. There are great games to try, including one where you take on Chris Mason with a 3-dart challenge.
Yeah. Bring winter clothes. Though.
Yeah, it's a bit parky in there. But there's also other challenges from other sponsors.
3 bullseyes, 1 for a free beer, 2 for 500 quid, 3 for 5 grand. And there's a spinning competition board, and there's so much going on out there. You can have your picture taken with the World Championship trophy. And Keith Deller or Russ Bray and Colin Lloyd out there.
Yes.
Myself occasionally.
Now, Aspinall closing in on victory here, 178 points away from a match against Petretsko.
And Michelin-priced food as well, but
yes,
it's not Michelin star quality. 2 treble 20s leave Aspinall 58. Single 18. He's just hitting a max in.
Oh, there's somebody being led out again from the side.
Being removed.
That's 2 this afternoon. It's not the guy in the hot dog costume, I'll tell you that much.
And it's no good if he's got a double
session ticket.
He won't be allowed in tonight.
You know,
they've got this photographic system.
Oh yeah, like your number plate recognition in your petrol station.
It recognises your face and automatically comes up with a red light. You can't come back in.
For the match, Nathan Aspinall wants 58, 18 for tops, 2 darts in his hand to win 4-zip. only needed the one. And the Asp, with an average of just over 90, sees off another former UK Open champion in Andrew Gilding. And Riccardo Pietreczko lies in wait in the last 16 for the former UK Open champion Nathan Aspinall. But I wonder, Chris Mason, what the watching Pietreczko will have made of that performance from the Asp.
Yeah, I mean, I think Pietreczko had played at a much higher level. Statistically, he did, but the finishing from Aspinall, 6-1-8 is in there. It's only a full set match. It's only 18 legs long, so a 180 every 3 legs, which is pretty much around where his kind of numbers are. 10-140s, which is decent. The troubleless visits is a worry, 50 now in the competition. He's going to have to find something, I think, to beat Riccardo, who plays with this air of arrogance and confidence, and today certainly an element of aggression. I think that's a fascinating tie, but good win for Aspinall. No one expected Aspinall to steamroll Gilding 4-0, but I don't think anybody expected him to roll up an average 86, which is exactly what Gilding's done. That's well below par, and I mentioned the troubleless visits from Aspinall, 29 from Gilding.
Yep, eclipsed Aspinall's 21. So, impressive performances from Riccardo Pietreczko and Ryan Joyce edging out Ryan. So that was a great game to start off the afternoon. Neither player deserved to lose.
No, it was one of those.
In another more accurate way, somebody did have to lose, and it was Searle who went out, and Ryan Joyce is through next round. So, tonight, what happens next is we'll be heading off to Twickenham in about an hour's time for live commentary from the Premiership of Harlequins against Leicester Tigers. Andrew McKenna and Rocky Clark will be your commentary team from HQ. And then as soon as that game's finished, myself and Nico, I think, will pick up commentary of Chris Dobie against Josh Rock. Mace is here tonight too. Commentary on 2 of the 3 matches that we have tonight. Michael Van Gerwen against Brendan Dolan, and Luke Littler against Ian White will round off the night. Just sum up your thoughts about, I mean, when it comes to Aspinall and Pietreczko, the thing I think he did well today, he handled Scott Williams' sort of ebullience, because we've seen Pietreczko get a bit ratty with people who are quite exhibitionist.
Well, yeah, he did that when he played Luke Littler, so it's something he's learned and picked up on. And in typical German maturity and efficiency, he's gone, right, I'll change that up now. What I'll do, rather than be annoyed, I'll have some fun with it, and I'll do it back to you. And it worked perfectly against Williams. Ultimately, had no answer to the play of Riccardo. It was a fascinating and intriguing match, but pretty much match of the tournament for me. Ryan Joyce against Ryan Searles. What a game.
Yeah, great game to watch. And you can catch our extended interview with Ryan Joyce on our talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, along with the watch-alongs that we bring you for the games that we cover here. So that's it from Alexandra Palace just for now, but make sure that you stay with talkSPORT 2 straight after the rugby with Macca & Co. And we'll be back here for the 3 matches in the 3rd round this evening. But up next on talkSPORT 2, it's Cult Heroes with our good friend Danny Kelly.